Thank you. So the team at Plenty has been working to bring people, as Masa was saying, better food, food that tastes better, is craveable, and is healthier for both people and the planet. And the way that we do that is through field-scale agriculture. So this is kind of fun. This is the FC Barcelona stadium, football stadium. And what field-scale agriculture means is that we can grow the entire stadium on the footprint of the net. So we use less than 1% of the land and about 1% the water that conventional ag does on the same exact crops. And so what that ends up doing is getting us a very efficient agricultural model where we can locate anywhere in the world close to where the customer is to get them better food. And we do that by both growing vertically, so our plants are growing sideways or horizontally off a vertical plane, and we do that by giving them the perfect environment. So plants, whereas people and animals can seek out the perfect environment and even build themselves the perfect environment, plants are kind of stuck. So we give them the perfect environment, and in return, they grow faster, they grow healthier, and we can grow varietals that just taste better and are healthier for us. And so one of the things that we're solving for is the length of the supply chain itself. So we're solving for time, distance, and nutrients. People have been working for 10,000 years to solve for protein and calories. And we have largely solved for that, if not for the time and distance that it takes to get the food to people. So today on this earth, we are throwing away about half of everything that we grow. By growing food near where people eat the food, we can avoid a lot of that. So that's one of the things we're solving for. And as you can see, this is a simplified chart that shows how complicated our supply chain is today. One of the reasons that the food is the way that it is today is because it has to travel thousands of miles in a truck and days and weeks. So we're working to eliminate that time and distance so that the food can be food that we crave and food that is healthier for us. So just as Masa and SoftBank have had the courage to invest in things like semiconductors and smartphones and mobile networks over time, similar things are happening now in agriculture. So what is happening is that Plenty has developed technology to be able to take advantage of commoditizations in other technologies. So if you look at LED lights, for example, if you look at this chart, what it is showing is the cost over time and how that cost has been plummeting. So much so that if you would go back just 7 years, we would have paid 64 and it would have made it such that there's no business. It would have been cartoonish. But today, we're paying 1.4% what we would have paid 7 years ago, and now it's inevitably going to be one of the largest industries on the planet. The same thing is happening in IoT sensors. As SoftBank has been investing in ARM, this now is an industry where each farm now will create nearly 100 petabytes of data per year towards the end of creating the perfect environment for plants and better food for people. And then the same thing is happening in machine learning, which is one of the devices that we use and technologies we use to give the plants the perfect environment. And we've seen this before, the companies you've heard of like Google and Tesla and Facebook and CRISPR, they have developed their own technologies which then enable them to take advantage of commoditizations in other areas. If you look at Google, for example, that's a logarithmic scale where the cost is just plummeting over time. And had they started a couple years earlier, there would have been no business. Tesla, the same thing with energy storage. And this is how we do it. We take a building the size of an Aeon or a Walmart or a Home Depot, and we turn that into hundreds or even thousands of acres of conventional field production. So this is the way you'll be getting much of your food in the future, and we are working to make it true as soon as we can. Thank you.